really, really bad stringers we're looking at. That's the worst right there. That's the second worst, but it's not much better. And as you told me in an email earlier, I'm going to try just to go ahead and use these old stringers as a sacrificial mold, and just, you know, maybe, especially here where it's very, very thin, I might reinforce this with a little bit of foam or something. But the plan is this, and this is the situation, Will. This whole stringer runs a length of about 16 feet. What we want to do is, because we don't want to remove the center console, and the deck is removed everywhere except for the center console, if we feel that if we go ahead and just put, you know, either foam core or something on the parts that are exposed, we'll create a weak point underneath the center console. So the plan is to buy, for each stringer that is, a 1 by 12 by 12, and then a 1 by 12 by 8, and then match it up so that the seam for that 1 by 12 by 8, if you go from the very, very bow, we'll get a seam right in this area, which is about 4 foot from the stern, 5 foot from the stern, and then we'll match it up with a piece that's 5 feet from stern, you know, from about 1.5 foot in the center console to the stern. We'll take that 1 by 12, because a 1 by 12 by 12 will be 3/4 of an inch thick. It'll be 11 1/4 inches high, which will match up almost perfectly with this once we glass it over, and it'll be very, very similar. And if any little differences, just put extra matting and stuff. We want to take that 1 by 12 by 12 and go ahead and, 1, paint it with resin. Number 2, sandwich it with 1728 fiberglass biax, both sides. And then we want to take what will eventually be a 16.5 foot piece, going from the very, very point of the bow all the way to the transom. And we're going to take that piece, we're going to clean out these pieces here. This is a piece of wood that's actually here. We're going to go ahead and remove this. We're going to clean this out. We're going to get rid of all of this foam and get down to the straight fiberglass that's here. We're going to glass this first. We're going to remove this little hose, which is this piece of PVC, which is here for a to run a gas line, and to run, no, just the gas line runs through there. Remove this. I'll reinstall it later. But we're going to go ahead and resin this to, you know, just tighten it up a little bit. Glass over this. Put 1708 over this piece. And then take that 1 by 12 by, you know, eventually 16, 17, it'll be 2 pieces. That is also resined and glass with 1708, and glass it to this existing stringer over here. Now, we are going to get a little bit of extra weight with that. I'm not concerned with that, because the deck that was here, if I'm going to give you a cross piece over here. That deck is the existing deck. It is a 1/2 inch piece of plywood with some type of putty mixture, which is about 1 inch thick, some cloth, and then gel coat. This stuff that you're looking at is incredibly heavy. Now we're replacing, let me see if I can show you the whole piece back over here. We're replacing, I can't get wide enough. We're replacing all of that with a 5/8 foam core that's going to be sandwiched with 1708 and then gel coated, both on the stern side and on the bow side over here. We estimate to lose approximately 200 pounds, 300 pounds. About 300 pounds altogether. We're not going to gain that with the new stringers we're adding on. So we're going to reinforce these stringers that are here, you're looking at. Here, all we're going to do is clean out the core, the foam, like we did on this side. Clean the core on this side. Do the same thing on the other side, and just resin it and glass it over